Well, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio, this lockdown special. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel tonight is my mucker, Bridge. Evening, Bridge. You get the show in the background, Bridge. Evening, Bridge.
Sorry, Oxford, I do apologise. I was struggling with my computer there, sorry. Can I say a big good evening to you? Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans that are listening in all over the world. Good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Very happy Rangers Radio. Good evening.
Here. We're very happy, but mixed with a tinge of sadness. Obviously, social media has exploded with news in Walter Smith, and we just refer everybody to Rangers' statement. Rangers Radio respects Walter's family's wishes at this time, and please wish them all the best and respect their privacy. That's all I've got to say in the matter. But all our thoughts and prayers are with one of your legends, Walter Smith. Bridgeman, how are you doing, mucker?
Oh, good. Well said there, by the way. Well said. My thoughts exactly. Every Rangers fan's thoughts as well, I think.
Here you are.
I'm very happy.
All right. Okay. Listen, I'm going to put you in a spot. I mentioned it briefly last night. What do we think about it? I think 5 players is too many. I think I'm going to ask you to pick your top 3 players of the season. We'll start taking people as they phone in, and we'll keep a wee running tally. And you never know, Rangers Radio might get the player a gift, or we might just take him for a night out with me and Fox. That's a great gift for anybody. You know?
I love it.
You know?
So it's the top 3.
Your top 3. Who's your top 3 then, Mucker? Okay. You can go first. That's quite apt. You go first, right? Who's number 3 for you? Your third in line.
No, number 3 will be what? The third in line?
Your third.
Right, okay, so do you want me to go up the way? 3, 2, 1?
No, 3, 2, 1. Your worst
right, okay.
And your best last.
I'll go for McGregor for number 3. Okay, he's been absolutely outstanding this season, and obviously say everything about him. His appearances for Rangers have been nothing short of outstanding. Seriously, he's been brilliant. The guy's just been brilliant. So he's my number 3 for the player of the year.
1 point for Alan McGregor, yep.
I'll go for Golson to number 2. And obviously he's been absolutely a rock at the back, and he does a lot of organising, and he's a centre half, which makes it even better. Just outstanding play, great. I think he's never missed a minute of any of the games. He's just been absolutely rock. Aye, brilliant, isn't it? Just brilliant. And I think he's the fastest to ever reach 150 appearances for Rangers.
Some stat.
It's just great. So my number 1 would be Stephen Davis, MBE. He has an MBE, is it OBE?
Well, one of them.
One of them, anyway. Yeah, I would certainly go for him. I think he's been, his first 6 months when he came, it was all about getting fitness back into his legs and so on and so forth. And after that, he's just been outstanding year on year. A brilliant wee player, absolutely fabulous. And I think he would be in contention for particularly in Scotland, for the Player of the Year, Players Player of the Year. I think he would be. He's just a wonderful player, and you can see it all the time. Still playing international football at his age, fantastic. So number 1, Stephen Davis.
I'm glad that you admit that all the best players play in midfield, Bridge. I'm glad that you admit that finally.
I didn't admit that at all.
You've succumbed to the listen, mate, you could put up arguments for them and different players, but what we'll do is we'll keep a running total as people come in, they phone in, and they give us a 3, 2, 1, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, that's brilliant, bud. Brilliant.
Yes. Yeah, so Stephen Davis is winning at the moment. I'm going to bring Fox in quickly and get his 3. I'm interested in what he's got to say. You there, Fox? Good boy.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How you doing? Interesting. You always see the game just slightly different, you know? And I know you're a big Tav man, and Tav up until Christmas was just unbelievable, wasn't he?
Was indeed. Still is. Boy's out injured at the moment, but still leading the way for me in the club on the Best Player of the Year awards.
Oh, so he's your top man, is he?
Oh, without doubt.
All right, okay. I'll give him 3 points for you then. Right, and who's Who's your middleman, if you like?
Connor Goldson.
Very consistent. Yes, Connor Goldson, yes. And then who else?
It's the end gets tough for me between Steve Davis, Alan McGregor, and maybe Ryan Kent. A lot of people might plunk for him, or even Morelos. A lot of people will maybe add Alfie into the top three for his all-round play this year. But at the moment, for me, probably Morelos for third.
Okay. We have your leader's been knocked off his perch, Bridgman. Connor Goldston's in the lead now with 4 points. What did he midfield?
Goal.
Bridgman.
Right, okay. So it's Goldston, then Davis, then whom?
It's a tie between. No, wait a minute. Let me just make sure I get this right. At the moment, Goldston's winning. And then it's joint second place. We have Tav and McGregor. Sorry, Tav and Davis. And then joint third and fourth place, we have Alan McGregor and the Buff with 1 point each. There you go.
Okay.
Split the vote already.
Can I just say before I go, I like Bridgman's reasons for his picks, and I think it'd be quite good to hear other people's reasons for their picks.
Okay. Aye, okay. Well, Fox, I think we better get these phone lines opened up. What do you think?
Easy done.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I was just trying to see where I could fit in Hadji there, Rich.
Aye.
Right, okay. In third place, I would need to go for Connor Goldson. I think it's right that you've got to admit that the consistency of the lad has been superb. In second place, because of the saves in big games and his leadership qualities, and his all-round ability in between these sticks, he could have been number one, but I'm going for Alan McGregor, and my leader is Sir Stephen Davis.
Yes, you dancer.
One of the finest footballers the British Isles have produced in a generation, along with our gaffer. I think he's the guy that prods and pushes us when we play well. His intelligence makes others around him play better. Unflashy, but a team player. And deserves all the success he's getting. Top man for me, Bridge.
Yeah, for me too. Yeah, I agree with you. 100% agree.
You know, but I'm thinking Ryan Jack up until Christmas, see the run, and before he gets his injury in November. Tav's been good. But the goals and the assists, I think if we'd have done this in Christmas, Tav would have walked it.
Yeah, I also think it's a sin for Tav in a sense. He'll probably be in everybody's top five, but I think his injury there, and I know he's only been out for quite a few short weeks, but that makes a huge difference because everybody else is starting to pick up big games. Sorry?
There's Robbie King in the lobby talking about Glenn Kamara. Well, Robbie, go on here and vote for Glenn Kamara if you feel that strongly about it. There you go. Glenn Kamara.
But once again, another candidate. These guys will happen. It'll happen all the time. Kamara, Aribo. A lot of folk like Aribo.
Kamara.
You know, but just incredible. Just incredible. It's a really good thing, this, and it certainly focuses people's minds. I just feel for Tavernier, simply because he's been injured for, 5 weeks or so, and we all saw the injury he got. So that one of these, what did they call it? What's that injury he got? Oh, for God's sake, can't remember.
His ligament injury.
Yeah. So he could be out. He might never play for the rest of the season. For all I know. So I think it's all these things. All the big games are starting to come up. How are we playing if we get through the European games? Oh my God Almighty! It's going to go on and on, isn't it?
That one on the inside of the knee, mate, once you've stretched it and
Yeah.
you can get back to running and all that, but it's kicking the ball.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the best people in the world are looking after him, that's for sure.
Aye, okay, aye. GB just sent me a text. You're a bad man, GB. Get me into trouble. Oh dear. Aye. So we both played for Connor, similar players, Bridge, which is unusual for me and you, just in a different order.
Yeah. But I think, even Foxy, we're not that far away, the three of us, truth be told. And there's no doubt in the quality of the players that we're picking. Some people prefer such and such, and others see it differently. But it's only minimal, or minuscule differences.
I suppose in some respects, Bridge, it's better we come on here and there's only one or two candidates, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. It would be quite difficult if it was a lot more. So, but when the boys start phoning in, they'll be causing trouble and mayhem, that's for sure, when they phone in.
Yeah. Good to hear from Fox, wasn't it?
It is indeed. That was quite good. And by the way, he complimented me there, which it's unusual for him to compliment me.
Well, he's a gentleman.
Some would say.
I think he was watching the rugby this afternoon with a couple of his rugby friends.
By the way, if he was watching the England-France game, that was a tremendous game.
Aye. I just seen the end of it, Bridge. I was out. Nothing socialising, just out. Okay. I've just been sent a message for Gordon for the Rangers Taxi Board game. It was on, he'll give 20% off and free shipping if you use the code word 55 titles. I like that, Bridge. I like that.
I just love it. The great things that are happening with the Rangers fans, they're so kind and benevolent. They really are. It's just wonderful. Just absolutely wonderful. And that's the truth.
Yeah. What's this? Now that you've had time to reflect, mate, what's this meant to you as a guy who's of a certain vintage? Shall we put it like that? Is that fair?
Yeah, very fair. I have to say that this has meant the world to me, because you get to my age and sometimes things don't go right, And you know how I feel. All I really want is I want my team to come back to set somewhere sensibly near where they were before, from a qualitative and financial perspective. I think we've got the quality at the moment. Nearly got all the quality we need at the moment. But I think financially, it'll take maybe another year. But the way things are going, it may be quicker simply because of these church sales and so on and so forth. They seem to be going mental. But I do want the club to get back on its feet and become a powerhouse again. That's what I want. I want Rangers to be a powerhouse and never look back. Get up there and never look back, and make sure that we're well catered for financially. We have a great board and somebody behind the board, if necessary, is I would say a billionaire, just for saying sake, that will make sure that Rangers never, ever, ever fall down the stairs again like that. Never. That's what I want.
Well, I mean, a millionaires are plentiful now. Guys like yourself and a billionaire. Did it make? I mean, we've done some. Me and you have come on along with Fox and a lot of other guys, mate. We've come on here with had to talk about some dark nights and some bad results and horrible things,
Oh, yeah.
Did it make some of that worthwhile last weekend, mate, when we got that buzz?
Yeah, I think the last weekend, I don't think, in my lifetime anyway, for me, could never be beat. It could never be beat. I can't imagine anything would be greater than what we did last weekend, what happened last weekend, and we came away within a day of, within 24 hours, we actually won the league. And to put it the way we talk about them across the city, they gifted us the league, but we were in a position to do it. And that result the results of last weekend where I don't remember anything like that. The way it happened, everything was there for us. We've been very quiet as a club, very, very quiet, and we've just kept our head down and got on with it. And from somewhere in about December time, that club across the city started to fall apart, which fell into line with what Dave King had mentioned. Something will happen. They'll fall like a pack of cards, and that's what's happening. The whole club. So they're going down the way, we're going up the way, and never the twain shall meet again. In my opinion, I don't want to meet them in that sense, but I want us to be, as I said just a minute ago, top club, a top European powerhouse of a club with massive financial backing and a huge support. And we've got a huge support. I think we fill the stadium every week when we're playing, and I want it to be more, make it bigger. But I don't want it to be a something like the stadium they've built across the city. No, I don't want anything like that. I think that our stadium looks brilliant. They can extend it if they want, and they need to do something. Whenever they want to do it, just do it. But make sure we get the cash. Don't leave ourselves in the same position we were under Murray. Don't want it. I dare say you wouldn't want it either, Oxia.
No, I think sometimes in life, mate, you get knocks, and ultimately you come out of them stronger. And I think the knock we took in 2011-12 was maybe a couple of punches that came at us for a couple of years. I never thought it would happen, and I still don't think there was any need for what happened. I think it was hatred, spitefulness, and we fell into a trap because, come on, when you look at it, really, it was the small tax case with the guy Craig White no playing the VAT, etc. for the club that actually took us down the road we took. The so-called, the big tax case was a myth, and it's still a myth because at the time it was legal, and then they've changed the rules, and it's just a mess. And that made us a wee bit toxic because that was sitting in the background, spread by a compliant media, I may ask. So we learned from that, and ultimately we've come out it stronger, more organised, more professional. It's galvanised the support. The Rangers support was huge before. I think it's even bigger now, Bridge. I think this brought people back to the Rangers family, who were always Rangers supporters, but just looked, now they realise how important Rangers are to them. And I think ultimately, as history goes on and we start writing up titles and trophies again, it might have been sometimes you have to take one step back or 10 steps back to take 20 forward, and we might be in a better place for it. Plus, we don't need the Commonwealth Games to do up our stadium, We can do whatever we want on our own, That mob don't do irony. And if you're anybody who's seen Spotlight today, well, I told you, follow the money. Well, Bridge, I think we better see for some more callers here, so let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I liked Foxy's choice. He had the Buffalo in there. I think Buff's... Is he the most improved player you've seen at Ibrox for a long time, Bridge?
Certainly over the last... I would say over the last 18 months, because he had fallen away a wee bit. Injuries, shall we say, red cards and all that nonsense. So he sort of missed out on quite a lot. Plus, he was probably... His wife was having a baby. That maybe affected him as well, and maybe homesick. All these things that can affect someone probably affected him in a 6-month period. But Gerrard's managed to talk him into it, and he's played absolutely brilliant for us this season. He's been outstanding. In my opinion, outstanding. And I still say this, he's not the fiery goal scorer, and hasn't scored as many goals as I certainly would have liked it. I'm sure that most of the Rangers fans would have loved it as well. But in my opinion, I think he's the best all-round player that we've got skill-wise. I think he's a very skillful player, and the position that he's playing in, and now he's bringing a lot of folk into the game. A lot of Rangers players, they find a good target for a quick pass, and he'll be there. And the ones that he runs onto, he's got a skill to run into the certain spaces and bring the ball back again. I think he's just great. I love him to bits. Just love him to bits.
Yeah. He was raw when he came into the team. When he started out Kachina was the manager who signed him. Jonathan Hanson recommended him. You could say he could score goals. I didn't think that in the locker. See, he drop deep and play the ball left and right, particularly to the right. He favours going to the right and then he tries to get into the box. I don't think he could have done that when he came into Team Bridgman.
I do agree with you. I don't think he could have, But if you look at him now, how improved is his game? And if he can, which he started doing there, he started getting some goals and getting his eye in, some good shots. And that goal he scored against St Mirren from the angle, running one way and cutting it back the other way, that was just an outstanding goal by him. And if he can start doing that kind of thing, it will bring all the confidence out in him. And then that battle he had in the Thursday night there against that mob across in the Budicot and Slavia, just fabulous, just absolutely fantastic.
I think he ended up winning that battle, Bridge.
Yes, I think so.
I think he got the better of him,
I think that's right. Oh, what a classy player, and can be rough if he needs to be. But he looks after himself on the pitch.
Reminds me a bit of Amanda. She can be rough, but she's classy as well.
Who?
Listen, you stop pushing your luck. You're a shocker, right enough. Bridgeman would say, what a shocker.
Who was that birthday with Bridgeman?
No, can I just say, and first of all, on behalf of my whole family, can I just wish Walter Smith a speedy recovery?
Well said, Amanda. We just try to respect the family's wishes, but well said. Well, obviously, that goes without saying.
That's all I'm going to say, because there's no need to be said. No, I just think, I was watching some of the videos today, now we had a game today, and I was watching one with Nacho Novo on it. Have you seen it?
I don't know what you were watching.
How many pals sitting listening to the Snide radio?
All right.
The phone in, and one of their thoughts went on about 10 in a row, or Terry Monroe as you call it. Why didn't your pal been found yet? It was looking for Terry Monroe.
No, he's not been fun.
He's not been fun. Oh, that's tragic. Anyway, no, I was looking at the video, and you just see Nacho Novo, and you can hear them going on about this former 10 in a row, and you can see Nacho Novo's eyes going, it's just the look in his face, it tells you it all. But no, it's been strange today having no game in it.
I know.
Or is it just me that feels there's a gap somewhere?
It's all weekend, but...
I know, but still...
That's the farce at Scottish football, that they can't organise fixtures, but there we go.
I know, that's it.
Right, we're wanting your top 3 players for the season, Amanda.
My top 3 players? Well, Morelos has got to be one of them.
Right, you need to give me them in reverse order. Give me them in...
Number 1, I would say Alan McGregor.
Is he your top man?
He's my top man.
I wonder why, yeah.
I know. I'm not going to say anything about his nickname, right? That's irrelevant, right?
Right.
McGregor. I think Patterson's had a relatively good few games. Young Nathan Patterson.
We're only talking about the whole season, but if you want to give...
Well, I would say for the whole season, I'd say Morelos is going to be one of our top strikers.
Right, so you give him 2 points?
Aye, and I would say Hollander's had quite a good season as well.
Right, okay. You give him 1 point then, Hollander?
Aye. I know a lot of folk might disagree with that, but I mean, it's everybody's opinion, isn't it?
Exactly. It's all about opinion. It doesn't matter if yours is wrong, it's all about your opinion.
Oh dear. Anyway, that's my player, so I better let you go and get more.
All right, okay. You all right there?
So, I'm fine. No, what I was going to say was, it's just been weird today, knowing a game. It's just been... I mean, I've not been to St Morrison's on a Saturday for ages, and I ended up wandering about Morrison's going, what am I doing here? But anyway, listen, I'll let you go and get more callers and have a good night, guys, okay?
Cheers, Amanda. Cheers.
Bye.
She called me a shocker, Bridget, and you never even stuck up for me.
I was too busy laughing. What was Amanda's 3?
She went for Alan McGregor. the Buff, and Hollander.
Right. So was that in the one? Is that the 1, 2, 3 there? You gave it 1, 2, 3.
I think it sent a stat about Hollander today. Somebody sent me a stat. I can't remember who it was.
Never been the losing side.
It was remarkable, wasn't it?
Oh, unbelievable! Just unbelievable. So he again another one. It could be unlucky because he was off injured and he was out for quite a couple of months, to be perfectly honest with you. So you take away that injury and so on and so forth. He could have been a great player for us, seriously. And maybe that might come next season as well. Might come next season.
I thought it was a smashing game on Thursday night, mate.
Oh yeah, top man.
You know. Hi. Oh, we've been joined by Andy for Leeds. Evening, Andrew.
Good evening. Everybody okay?
Hi, Andy.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
All right, bud. All right.
Not too bad. Do you want my 3 players?
Give me them in reverse order. Reverse order, yes.
Right, okay then. Jack, and Jack. No, I'm only kidding. Goldston.
Is Goldston your number 3?
Goldston's my number 3 for the sticky taking last season and the dodgy games he put in. I think he's come back really well and showed great character there. So I've got to go with Goldston. Mm-hmm. The second one for me is a big shagger right enough. I think he just gets us points and wins when we need him, when look like he can save them and pulls them out. And my number one's got to be, well, it's the same as what you picked. It's Davis, without a doubt. And the way he just, controls the game, puts it into space for other guys and hods the ball. Yeah, Davis. So that's my 3. Goldston, McGregor and Davis.
So Stephen Davis is in the lead with 9 points. In second place so far with 8 points is Alan McGregor.
Yes, go on yourself, Stephen Davis. Go on yourself.
Then we have Connor Goldston with 6 points, Tav with 3, Buffalo with 3, and Philip Hollander with 1. Interesting, Hugh. Interesting. And there.
Yeah. Well, I think they're kind of regular. I mean, it sounds biased for me, but I mean, if Jack had not got his injuries, I would have had him in the top 3 as well, right enough. But you got Tavernier that's really played well. I mean, unfortunately, I think he would have been in our 3 or 4 that we've had a go at there, right enough. But Big Islander at the back, man. I think he's the best central defender that we got in the club for reading the game. So there's other guys, but they're the ones that are staking out for, aren't they? I would say definitely Davis and McGregor. Without a doubt for me, they are the top 2.
Just shows you they were senior statesmen.
Aye.
What are they? 75 between them.
Some age, that, isn't it?
Oh dear! Aye, brilliant! Aye, but listen, mate, you can only give your opinion, and it happens to be the 2 boys that are by the twilight of their career. That's what it is, and that just shows you how well they've done.
Well, there's a lot to be said for experience as well, isn't there? I mean, these, you've been there, done it, and all that, and the worry for me is if they wasn't in the team next season going forward. And like you say, they're old guys, compared to what's in the team now. But I think they'll both sign. I think they'll both sign for another shot. I think the celebrations of what's coming for 150th, and I think they'd want to go in there and cement 55 into 56.
Here. We've been joined by Hugh for Plymouth Troubadours. Evening, Hugh.
Hiya, guys. All right, everybody.
How you doing, mate?
Hi, Hugh. How you doing, Hugh?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much.
What's on your mind, brother?
Just like to thank all you guys. There's not even a football match today, and you guys have still got the radio on. Fantastic job.
Oh, we did commit, or we should be committed. I don't know what it is, Bridge, one or the other. That during the lockdown, we would continue putting shows on at the weekend, just to help our own boredom and help everybody else's. That's true, Bridge, isn't it?
I think absolutely. I think it helps me greatly, and everybody keeps their mind on other things and so on and so forth. But just great. What you're doing, what we're doing, should I say, is just wonderful. I'm sure all the Rangers family are involved with Rangers Radio in any way at all just really appreciate what we're doing. Really appreciate it.
When I was up in Bridges' house when he was getting his walk-in fridge fitted, Mrs. Bridge said to me, "If you keep him away from us for a couple of hours at the weekend, there's an extra score." You know what I mean?
Yeah, a shocker right enough, boy.
No, Hugh, thanks very much, but it's a pleasure, and obviously there's two edges to the sword. Right, we want your top 3 players for the season. Yeah.
All right. Number 3, I'd say Connor Goldson.
Right, you're giving him 1 point, yeah?
Yeah, he's played every match and he's played really well.
Remarkable.
Coming in at number 2, Steve Davis.
What?
He's the engine in the middle of the party. Just calm, cool, collective. He's just experienced, knows what he's doing and does it so easily.
Yep.
And number 1, Shane Duffy.
Oh, by the way, you get triple points for that for playing your joker. I like that.
Go on yourself, Hugh. You had a shocker there, man.
I can't argue with that. He's won. Let's stop the competition. That's it.
All joking aside, number 1, Alan McGregor.
Okay.
I know he's not an outfield player, but just so many times he saved his points on so many occasions. And that's my top 3.
That's Alan McGregor and Stephen Davis tying now in 11 points each. There we go. I did like your Shane Duffy one.
And it just goes to show how hard it is to pick a player of the year. There's just so many to choose from, and that just emphasises what a great squad we've got.
And you know something, guys? You know something? We've still got 7 games to go in the league. Still get plus a number of games in Europe. Wow.
So we could play about another 20 games, Bridge.
I'm saying that. It's just quite incredible.
Good. 6 league games left.
Of course, I've Scottish Cup yet, haven't we? Wow. 6
league games, potentially 5 games in the Scottish Cup. And then we 1 more in Europe, obviously the final, and 4 more. So there's another 6 potentially in Europe, mate.
Wow. Something else, isn't it? You know, I get amazed. I sit sometimes and because I go into BT Sport and I watch a repeat of the game. I've seen the last game there, the midweek game there in Europe. I've seen it 3 times. It's just fantastic. And I just love that. I love sitting there, making my mind up about different things, you know. You wonder how it goes. Can I just say that the things about Rangers this season have been outstanding and out of this world for me. Outstanding and out of this world. It's just a wonderful feeling, and it's a feeling that's going through the whole Rangers family all over the world. And keep it going for that. Please, relish it. Just relish it. This is lovely. Lovely.
Andy, that's a great point that you make there. It's just the fact that we're having debate and there's 5 or 6 people getting touted forward for a player of the year is a credit to the team, eh?
This is going forward. That's got to be good, you know, because we're actually looking at it being spread right along the team now. Now, you know, you can't ask much better than that. Usually, you know, where we've been, Christ, we struggle just to name a player of the season right enough. But you look at it now and the way they're growing, the Rebo, the Kamara, the Echu, they're really coming onto your game. I think we're in a fantastic play. Young boy Patterson, I really genuinely believe that he is. I mean, I know it's early doors. He's got a look, a young Alan Hutton for me. I think he's going to go on and be the business for Rangers. Ideal replacement for Tavernier, in my opinion. And you know, I'm pretty sure there's 2 or 3 youngsters, you know, that they're talking about in the academy there that could come through. Could put it with the experienced players. Hopefully that Davis and Alan McGregor stays and we bring in a couple of more experienced players going forward. Can't complain. Fantastic place to be in. As I've said to you, never, but wherever we've been, you know, you're always a Rangers fan. You never lose that. That's in your heart, you know. And it's just now, you know, as I said to you before, taking that wee smack in the coop, and sometimes it's not bad in the end. And where we're sitting now, it looks very good, doesn't it?
I think Dave from Cumbernauld joining us. Evening, Dave.
Evening, everybody.
How we
Good
doing,
evening.
Marco?
I've got 2 wee points if you don't mind.
Oh, carry on, mate. The floor's all yours. Just watch you don't trip over the carpet.
I don't like talking about the other side of Glasgow, but I'm going to have to be on the silliness that they're coming out with recently. I don't know if you all know the situation I'm talking about, but do you know when a Wayne walks away from a game and he's been beaten and go, I'm not playing anymore? That's kind of what it feels like their energy is to me now. That they know they can't beat us now, so they're just trying to walk away and go, I'm not playing anymore, because they know that they're going to beat them. And it just seems like they're in a wee huff that they know that they can't beat us anymore, so they're trying to change the rules. You know what I mean?
They're trying to deflect the narrative, mate. Deflect the narrative. But I think the Rangers support's got a wee bit more clever over the last few years, mate. Carry on, Dave.
So I know you were asking for the top 3.
Yeah.
It's difficult because everybody in that team's really good this year. You know, I think it's that time where everybody kind of just clicks together in the team. You can see that over the years they've been working on it. Obviously, we know because the journey that we've been through for the last few years. But it just seems that everybody knows what everybody else is doing. Everybody's linking in well. Morelos has obviously changed over the last year. I would say he's more of a puller out of other players, and he's more of a playmaker now than he is a striker that he was beforehand. But he's still got that in his locker as well. So for me, I would probably say Tavernier, Kent and Morelos, but obviously it's tough to have Davies in there as well. You can't not have him in there.
Right, so what order are you having that then? Who's your number 3? 1 point?
Difficult. It's difficult to choose between Davies and Morelos. It really is.
Who's your top man then? Who's your top man?
I would say Tavernier. The first half of the season, he was unbeatable. There was nobody that was coming close to him. He was out on absolute fire. And as the old saying goes, the stats don't lie. And if you look at his stats, there's some stuff there that makes opposition teams sweat.
3 points to James Tavernier. This is like the what do you call it, Eurovision Song Contest, right? 2 points. 2 points. Come on, David, get off that fence.
I would say 2. I would give to Morelos. The way that he's improved his game this year, and the way he plays on other players, and he's just not the goal threat anymore. And he's matured in himself a lot more as well. That maybe that's part of having a way in himself.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's had something to do with it. And I think maybe Defoe's had something to do with that as well. I think he's just become a lot more of a level-headed player now, and he's got more to his game now. He just keeps on getting better. The minute you always think, have I seen the best with Morelos? And he always comes up with something else. You go, no, he's going to keep getting better.
Yep. So 1 point. Who are you going for?
I've got to get to Davies. The way he controls and commands that midfield, some of the time you can see that he's got all that up the stairs in the head as well. He's still got it in the body as well. I think he'll still get a few more years out of him. He's one of the people, he just knows where to put a pass. He knows what to do in situations that other midfielders might not know what to do. And he just has that presence about him where you never go, oh, he's had a bad game today. You always get at least a 6 or a 7 out of him every match.
Okay, that takes us Stephen Davis into the lead with 1 point. In second place, Alan McGregor. In third place, Connor Goldson. In fourth place, James Tavernier. In fifth place, Alfredo Morelos. In sixth place, Philip Hilander. And in joint first place, just because I think he was right, is Shane Duffy. I like that one.
Shane Duffy. What a shocker you are.
I remember all the Celtic fans coming out and saying, "Oh, he's the one that's going to win us the league." Aye.
You're right, he was a league winner.
He won it for us, aye.
Brilliant.
Thanks for
Can I
taking
come in
my
there?
call, lads. I really appreciate it.
Well, cheers, David. Always great to hear from you, mate. We always look forward to having you on, mate. You're a great caller.
Oh, thanks very much. I found your programme a few months ago. Obviously, I work on the night shift. It's great fun talking to fellow Rangers fans like yourselves.
Here, mate. Speak to you soon, brother, all right?
Right, thanks. Keep yourself safe.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. What a nice guy. On you go, Hugh.
I think I've got that Hollander stat for you.
All right, okay.
Philip Hollander has never lost a game since he signed for us 606 days ago.
There you go. Aye, that's unbelievable. That's better than Daniel Prodan. I don't think he ever played in a losing team neither. But aye, Big Hollander, he's Mr. Consistency. He's just a natural defender. I think if we can get him 100% fit for a season, mate, we'll see the best of him, Hugh. Then Andy.
Yeah, you can see it. He can read the game well.
Yeah, it's his will to win as well. Like, you know, if you watch it and it's just right in the thick of it, like he's prepared to throw his body and soul right in front of you, and that's what I like about him. You know, he's not blessed with pace, but you know, if you've got it upstairs, you don't need to. You know, it's all about game management and knowing what to do. But I think he just to get in front of guys and put his body there. I think he's brilliant. I really am impressed with him. I said it right when he came last year. You know, for me, he's number one in that team, without a doubt. Like, but you know, he's to our own, isn't it? But I think he's fantastic, and I think, like you've just said there, you get him fit, a full season out of him. He's a brilliant player.
Anyway, we've been joined by Stephen from Drumchapel. Evening, Stephen.
Good evening, boys. How are we?
Evening, Stevie.
How you all doing, lads? All right?
Stephen?
All right,
He
Stevie.
doesn't sound like Stephen. That's Big Stevie.
Correct, Fred. Correct. He's giving me my Sunday name. It's still Saturday.
And how you doing, Stevie?
Yes, bang on, lads. I'm just going to give my wee opinion about the player of the year, or whatever you want to call it.
You here?
My number 3 would be Alan McGregor. I think we've got to be honest when it comes to it. Alan McGregor's done nothing this year that he didn't do last year. He's outstanding all the time. He breeds confidence in my team. And that, obviously, you know, not just the team, the Rangers support. We know if we get by that back line, then all shaggers there to pull us out a hole, you know what I mean? And I just think he's a constant great player in our team. He's done nothing out the norm this year, I don't think, and what he's done last year or the year before. He's pulled class saves all his career. My number 2 would be Stephen Davis, MBE. The wee maestro in the midfield there. His experience is invaluable to our team. I think, again, the way the guy reads a game of football is just totally tremendous. And people going about his age, but the man's as fit as a fiddle. And he's my number 2. My number 1 is Connor Golson. Connor Golson has been totally nothing but unbelievable this year. He's no missed a minute in any games. He's been a total rock. He's improved on his play, and I just think the big man deserves. He's no missed a heartbeat in that team, pardon the pun, and I just think he deserves. You've got to be honest about it. See what was my heart that was telling you guys. I would have Morelos at the top of the tree, but you've got to be honest and give your honest opinion. I mean, there's other players there like Tav, 17 goals to the right back. Unfortunately, with injury. I mean, man, the whole team has done us proud this year. They've bought into everything Gerard's done. And I've got to be honest and say my number 1 is Big Connor Golson. He's improved a lot this year. He's been a total rock in that defence. And you can see his leadership when the shouting and balling. He's popped up with a few big goals this season too. He's dangerous with set pieces. So I'm good for Connor Golson, guys.
Brilliant choice, mate. That takes Stephen Davis in the league, the 2 points for Alan McGregor. And then in third place, we have Connor Goldson. So the betting's close, Stephen. Betting's close.
Come on, Davis.
The bridge man, he's just... But you're just a bigot. Because he's an Ulster prod, I mean, come on, Bridge.
Come on.
Let it go. It's about the football. It's about the football.
Oh, what a player he is for us. What a player.
Oh, unbelievable, man. Listen, let's be honest, guys. I mean, Glenn Kamara, Joe Aribo, every one of them have all played a part, man. Every single one of them. They're big foul popped up. Borna. I mean, they're big foul popped up there the other night there and get the goal and all. I mean, the big man's play. Everybody's playing a small part, if not a big part, you know. And what we've got this season is just unique. Very unique. I mean, man, beat Leinster season. Come on, man. It's dead hard to pick a player of the year, really, isn't it? I mean, come on. Tav, captain of Rangers, 17 goals. Come on, man. He's not even getting a mention for me. You know, it's just how it is. I've just get an honest opinion, guys, and we move on. That's all you can do, innit?
And did you remember to follow the money today?
Yeah, by the way, things are heating up, aren't they? Things are really heating up, man. I just can't believe how they're not getting Hawthorne and Quarterdocs. I can't believe it. I mean, I watched that for a good, what was it, on for half an hour, 40 minutes? Deary me, man. Talk about irony coming for that club across the road. Unbelievable. Absolute unbelievable. Borden, they're just inhumane, you know. It's true, you know, they were formed by immigrants, they're ran by paedophiles and they're supported by terrorists, you know. That's the ingredients that make that club up, you know. I'm really, you know, there's nothing football nice or anything about them, you know, they're just total scum. But anyway, listen, I'm going to let other people in, guys, okay?
Can I ask a question before you go, Stevie?
Certainly. Keep it clean.
Is there a story? Is it a story broke that I've missed?
Yes, well, enough of it on here. I'm sure you'll catch up with me. I mean, we'll speak to you soon, big man.
Right.
All right?
Listen, all I've got to say is Oxy's and top your hands, guys. And you need to know about follow the money. Oxy's the main man. Okay? Just stick with the Oxter. Just listen to what he's saying. It's all coming, by the way. Oh, just sit back. Get the popcorn machine on here, mate. It's coming their way. Brilliant. Right, I love you and leave you over now and all the best. Good show again, by the way. Listen to some of the discussion. Great to talk about football, guys, isn't it? Brilliant.
It is indeed. Cheers, big Stevie.
Right, over and out, guys. Cheers.
Take care.
Cheers. What a man. You know?
Yes, indeed. What a man.
I used to think the only good thing that came out of Drumchapel was the number 9 bus till I met him.
The number 9 bus. The number 9 bus. Love it.
It's amazing. What's really pleasing me here, Andy, is everybody, I know we've got a lot of similarities, but the fact that there is half a dozen players getting mentioned is testament to Gerrard.
Of course it is. It's you know, like he said, didn't he? 3 or 4 years and he'll put it into place, and he knows what he wants. He's been around, he's played against the best in the world. He wants to get Rangers up to that. I like, you know, he loves Liverpool as well, I know, but I think we got under his skin as well. I think he loves the Rangers just as much now. I think he's going to develop as long as he stays. I think he'll see his contract out, and if he does, I think he'll step it up with a wee bit more quality on top of that. He'll bring the younger guys, your Rebos, and the other guys that are going to come in. I think he'll make them into better players. It's not a coincidence what's happening here. He's a very clever man. He's very savvy. He knows the game, and he's imparting that on Rangers. And he's coming into a club where, you know, good standards, and the way we were brought up to follow Rangers, and the way we conducted ourselves from, you know, 1872 going forward. And he gets it, and he's looked at it. He said, "Look, this is how this club's been run all these years ago, and we're going to get these standards back now." And that's what he's doing. It's good. We're in a great place. We're in a great place now, and take it further now. Go on now. We're in great. I mean, do you ever think we'd be sat here from where we were last year, and we're sitting here and going, "Well, we're not even going past the split, and we're champions."
I couldn't have predicted this. I knew we had a chance. If I'm being honest, I knew we had a chance and things had to go their way. And I thought we had to take at least 7 out the points in all Fulham games. There we go. We've done it. We only played 2 of them.
Yeah.
Remarkable. Anyway, I think George has joined us. Big George. Evening, Big George.
How you doing, boys?
Hey, George.
You get my message, mate? Get my message?
Aye, brilliant, Ox. Aye, I did, Ox. Aye.
No problem, mate.
Ox, another great show tonight. Again, you're in deep discussion to make this a 24-hour platform. I mean, I think it'd be great. But honestly, Ox, another great conversation tonight. You're talking about Player of the Year again, Ox, and straight away, the 3 names, I think everybody comes up with Steve Davis, Alan McGregor, and the captain, James Tavernier. Last season, James Tavernier wouldn't have been anywhere near it for me, Ox. So, Alan McGregor was in and out at the start of the season, not because of him bad performances, but because other goalkeepers doing that well as well. I think he had 10 clean sheets in a row. So for me, Alan McGregor has been outstanding. Ox. Steve Davis has been outstanding, but I think it's got to be our captain, James Tavernier, and that's me just mentioning the 3.
So your 3 points, James Tavernier, yes.
That would be it for me, Ox. Aye.
And your runner up.
My runner up would probably be Alan McGregor and then Steve Davis.
Okay. Oh, it's getting tight. There's only 1 point between Alan and Steve Davis. Tav's getting a lot of first places. Obviously, Fox has been phoning people, Bridgeman, you know.
Come on, Steve Davis.
And the fact that we're debating it, George, as we just said, is superb, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying, Ox. So the 3 names cut in mind straight away with everybody, really. Borna Barisic. I think Borna Barisic is probably the biggest asset, Ox. I think he's outstanding. He's toughened up this season, and what a player he's became for us. And our vice captain, Greg Golton, I think Ox has been absolutely fantastic as well. I think I heard the other night that he's no lost a game since we got beat off Hamilton a year ago last week there. So that goes to say a lot. And he's not in my top 3, Ox. So that goes to show how far these teams really came, Ox.
Here. Hugh? George is right.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you could even it's just it's finding it hard to pick 3, but imagine Gerrard who's got to pick 11.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? He's got the other players are that good. They're giving him a headache to try and pivot an 11 for a selection.
And George, you can do the night shift when it goes 24/7.
I think that's a great idea you're coming up with. I really think that's a great shout. No, but Ox, I mean, we keep on saying it. I mean, Ken, it was hard going for you boys at the start when the wee show in the 2nd division and 1st division and all that carried on. It was hard on Ox, and now it's the good times and everybody's phoning in, and it's good to hear everybody's different opinions and that, Ox. And then, night after night, Ox, you're pulling out these shows, and the night again, a great conversation, and you could genuinely keep it going for as long as you wanted, Ox. Because there's guys out there who will be saying, James Tavernier, not a chance, Alan McGregor. And it's a great conversation to have, Ox. And every one of these guys have made themselves legends, Ox. I say that. I believe we'd probably do it at the start of the season, Ox. I thought we were probably a wee bit away. And I thought if 3 guys can do it, they'll make themselves legends. And for me, they definitely have, Ox. Because this is the greatest one for me, Ox.
I think you're right, mate. I think when you look back, you talk about players and management teams, and I'll go to Andy with Leeds after this. These guys, McGregor, the boy Patterson, James Tavernier, the 3 centre-backs, Balogun, Hollander, obviously Connor, and then you've got maybe Bassey to a certain degree at left-back, but not much, Barisic, and then the midfield, God's sake, there's too many of them. Davis, Aribo, Kamara, Jack, Arfield, Zunga, Hadji and Kent and Roof and Morelos. The boy Scott Wright just come in, he's going to get a league winners medal. You know, I think he in 35 days he got a league winners medal. The last time Aberdeen won the league was 36 years ago, I think. So there you go. They'll all be fondly remembered, all played their part, you know. Along with all the management team, they'll be welcomed back at Rangers forever. Andy?
Listen, the way I see it, right, and I've had my opinions before, a lot of them would be nowhere near the teams that I've followed, but you've got to be honest here, and they'll go down as immortal. They'll be wanted everywhere. I might not be here again when they start going to their functions and all that, these young boys, but everyone's going to want a bar of them. Everybody's going to want a touch of this team photo. What they've done to stop it. You've got Stephen Gerrard doing what Jock Wallace did and stopping the 10. So that's a good record that the two of them have got there. Not that I would have liked it to have been, 8, 6, 7, 8 that they were getting, but he's in that Jock Wallace status as well as not letting them do that. Having said that, there was never a 10 on the cards anyway. We weren't in it half of the time, and 8 3/4 or whatever the case. So I don't know why we were getting hysteric about that. It was about us getting 55 more and them getting 10. Let's be honest. But no, this team will go down, and I'm really pleased for him. And you get that. You hope you get that wee stick there that goes saying this team can grow and become really good and start adding honours to it. And then because I think it's here. I mean, again, I'm still astounded. I cannot believe from where we finished off last match to be sitting here where we are now. We're looking with good possibilities, good players all over the pack, ready to go, ready to build a couple of additions. I'm really getting the feeling. I just hope it all goes right. And I think the momentum will be carried on next season because of what's in front of us, the 150th year, and we're gonna be up for that one. Wouldn't that be great? 55 and then 56. Oh, I'm feeling it.
Well done, mate. Well done. I think Darren's joined this evening. Darren.
Good evening, panel. Good evening, Bridge. Good evening, all the other ones out there. How we doing?
Hi, Dan.
All safe.
Good evening. Hi. How we doing?
It's really hard to pick a top three. It's really hard. My top three would probably be Sir Stephen Davis would be my first one.
Is he your top man, Darren, or your?
He's my top man, and then it would be obviously Tavernier, and then it would be Kent. It would be Kent. That would be my three.
There you go. It just shows.
Obviously, they're all good. You know what I mean? It's really, really hard. Obviously, I've been listening to a few of the calls. It's been really hard. So obviously, people pick McGregor, and just the team's just played outstanding this season. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, we're wanting more, but it's really fantastic the way we're playing at the moment.
Stephen Davis is at the front now with 12, 16, 18. He's leading by 4 points now. Sir Stephen Davis is Bridgeman.
Yes, come on, Sir Stephen. Come on.
Bridge, Fox will get his wee black book out, and Tavernier will get a lot of calls. Watch this.
Whatever calls he gets, he deserves it because it's a really close race. Really close race. Every single one of your players that's played this season for us, man of the match, player of the season for me.
So, Bridgeman, what's your top three?
Same as yourself. You didn't go for Ken. I went for Sir Stephen Davis, followed by McGregor. Sorry, Goldson, and then McGregor. That was my top three.
Foxy boy.
What was mine? Oh,
what was your top three?
Darren. Mine was top man was Sir Stephen. Second place McGregor, and third place Connor Goldson.
What about Terry?
Oh, we're not going to get through it all night again, are we? Listen to the archives. Fox said there's 36 votes on YouTube for Tab Bridgeman.
That's Sod's Law, isn't it? Sod's Law.
There's a lot of good players to pick for Ox, really. You can't really pick, one that stands out. They've all been phenomenal. Everything that's flung at them, they've took it. They've took it on the chin, So it's really hard to pick your top three, in my opinion.
And Fox says on RedTube, Lana Wolf is winning. Don't know what it means by that, but there we go.
Dirty boy. Can I come in there, Ox?
Yes, mate.
Is Old School Blue got his 1, 2 and 3?
No, we've not had him to speak on this show in about 7 years, mate, so I don't know if I'm going to get one.
Send it in.
Terry might come in and the very last one, and he has. It'd be great to hear from him. He's a shy boy. Well, let's say shy. That's not the right word. I won't. He's just messaged me.
You have to send it in for a text.
We'll have a think about it and we'll get his scores. But it's great, Hugh, to have these players we're talking about. And I'm glad you mentioned Ryan Kent, Darren. Great pick there, because see, at the start of the season, in the last 3 weeks, he's been excellent for us.
Aye, and I remember being on the show and kind of, no, obviously bringing him down, but just saying he wasn't really playing, because I was the one of the callers that were saying, drop him and play the boy right. And I thought he's really come onto his game, I must admit.
Aye, he's scoring goals consistently now. Maybe just needed a bit of confidence or a bit of luck, or maybe was the 100% fit, but it looks, since that Royal Antwerp game, Andy, as he came on as substitute, he's been pretty fine for him, Kent.
You know what I thought there a few weeks back about him, right enough, but that game he was out, and then he's come back since then, and he's really come onto you again. I mean, that kind of play out of him, you can't complain. But give the consistency now, and I think we'll be all right. I mean, I'm jury out on him, right? I want to see him, I mean, the wingers are notoriously like that anyway, and they're in and out of games, aren't they? But he's certainly put it on now. If we could ride it out now for the next season, a couple of games against the Filth, sort him out in there, take it to the Scottish Cup final and win it, that'd be great, wouldn't it? That's what I'm looking for now.
Here. Well, Bridgeman, you'll never guess what. Bridgeman?
It's not that time again, is it?
It is, mate. It is.
Oh, what can I say? But by the way, can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, and yourself, Oxter, and the techie team, wonderful night tonight. Another great session, a marvellous session. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Thoughts to Walter Smith. Everybody keep it going for the Rangers and Walter Smith. Keep it going.
Here. Well said, Bridgeman. Thanks to all the calls. Right, I'm sure we'll keep this going tomorrow night. We're going to open it, or we'll open for a few weeks and see what it takes. It's great to hear from each and every one of you. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. All our thoughts are with Walter Smith, and we'll be back tomorrow night between 8 and 9 with a lockdown special after you've done all your Mother's Day celebrations. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through. Well, the legends come and the legends go, but Rangers live on just the same. For a new one's born when the blue shirts won, and we all remember their name. We are the legendary Rangers. We wear the legendary blue. Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through. And there is no doubt what we're all about when we face the world and say, bring it on some more, 'cause you know